Are people going to vote? And why aren't people voting? Are we too stuck to our...
Nope, I actually don't think that's it. I'm going to do my best to earnestly answer your question, Mrs. Michelle Obama. I think it's a bad faith argument, but I will answer it as accurately as I can. Human beings make decisions based on incentives. They only do things that they are incentivized to do. If you ever want to ask the question, why aren't the people doing blank? The answer will always be because they have not been properly incentivized to do that thing. Here's a great example. Why don't the kids want to work anymore? Is it because they're lazy? No, it's because the incentive to work has been removed. You used to work your whole life away, but you could support an entire family and have a house. The incentive was familial love and property ownership. But now you can't really support a family or buy a house on most salaries, so the incentive to work has been removed. Why don't black people like the police? Well, they have never been properly incentivized to. The police have never protected their communities. So now let's get to your question. Why does it seem like people aren't going to vote? Well, it must be because they haven't been properly incentivized to. But what would be the incentive to vote? Historically, the incentive to vote has always been that you could elect somebody into power who would represent your interests. So if people don't want to vote, I guess you could intuit that it's because they don't feel like they're being represented at an institutional level. For instance, say I had spent several months watching my tax dollars being used to commit atrocities, and I begged for it to stop and it didn't happen. Do you think that I would feel that the people in power were representing my interests? I don't think I would. And when you say things like this, you say, is it because of that phone? You always want to blame something, because to acknowledge the incentive being removed means to acknowledge the structural, societal issue at hand. It means to acknowledge the thing that we actually want. So if you really want people to vote, I think you only have one choice. And that's to restore the incentive by representing our interests as fast as you possibly can.